What's up, Cross Squad? My name is Dennis Holland, and I desperately need your help with our family heirloom. I have my dad's '84 F-150. It is bone stock and original. We are the original owners, and I'd like to get it back on the road. It's been sitting since about 2001. We stopped driving it around that time in the early part of the year. It's been a great truck. It's got 138,000 original miles on it. It was my dad's daily driver. Fortunately, it's been sitting that long, and of course, everybody has the same story. Life throws out hurdles, but mine has been wonderful hurdles. College, wife, 2 girls, work about 50 hours a week. I have a side business. I help my wife with her business, and we just stay busy. I work on as much as I can when possible, but I also suffer from chronic sciatic pain, nerve pain in my back, which kind of makes it difficult to get up underneath the truck and do things. I've done things along the way of a new gas tank, universal joint, brake booster, small little things like that, but I lack the major know-how to actually get it done. I have lots of hands that can help me, just not what I need to do it right. My dad's name was Dennis Holland. I'm a junior, obviously. He was 47 when he died from leukemia, about 1995. He was a 23-year tool and die maker for Ford Motor Company. He was also a Vietnam veteran. Really cool guy. He was awesome. He was my best friend. After he passed, my mom gave me this truck, and I drove it to about 2001. And after that, I just got busy with life, unfortunately, and I just let it sit. I have not honored him well by letting it sit. But the special part about this truck is it's not just mine. It's my whole family's. We all have certain memories around this truck. My mom and my dad, they went on their Friday night weekly date nights in this truck. My sister and I learned how to drive in this truck. My dad had the birds and bees talk with me in this truck. And I took my first dates in this truck. It was very special to all of us. But this is my purpose behind it. I want it to be something that my children can experience like I did. I want my 2 little girls, they're 6 and 4 years old. I want them to grow up riding in this truck, making memories with me like I did my father. They never got to meet my dad, but it's important to me and my family that the people in our family that didn't get to know my dad get to experience him somehow through. We just want my children, and I have two nephews that are 17 and 13, and a niece that's 7 years old. They've never had a grandfather, both sides. They don't know what it's like to drive around in a truck with their grandpa. They're always asking about their Papa Dennis. They're always asking about his red truck. One of the reasons why it's so important to myself that I get this vehicle back on the road is because one of the promises I made to my dad. The night before he passed away, doctors came in and said he was going to go soon. So our family got to say goodbye to him, unfortunately. Each of us took a turn talking to him. We went in there about an hour each. We just sat there visiting with him, talking to him, telling him that we loved him, thanked him for everything that he did for us. And the promise I made to him was to take care of the family for him, so he wouldn't think about that or worry about that while he was dying. The other promise I made to him was that I would continue to wash his truck twice a week, and I have failed miserably at that. One day I know I'm going to see him again, and I just want to be able to tell him that yes, I continue the 2 washings a week. This is my dad's 84 F-150. It's got a factory 302 in it. It's got the 4-speed overdrive. It's all stock, nothing aftermarket except for the wheels and tires. He was a simple guy, and he just liked simple bells and whistles on his vehicles. This is like minor surface rust here. The paint is oxidized. It seems pretty repairable. There's been parts of it that I've been able to wax and buff just to see how the paint would be, and it's turned out all right. There's a little bit more there on the bottom. These, I've always wanted to take these off and put the, there's like another option for factory, just the chrome review mirrors attached there, but not here, so I'd have to fill in those holes there. This is the original sliding glass door window to it, and it still works. It's got to take the old tint off of it, I guess. I took off, a few months ago, took off the rear bumper. Big and bulky, and it gets in the way. I plan to replace it with a sleek chrome one eventually. The paint just needs to, I guess, just be repaired. You know, it's like a good bit oxidized on the back. Good polishing is all it needs. He kept bed rails on it, which when he took it off, it left these holes, and they've kind of rusted at the point of contact. The bed has no rust in it. This is where I put all the extra parts to it. It has no rust, just surface rust, but I plan, my plan is to put a Rhino liner on it, or Line-X, because I will be using this for everyday things, going to the grocery store, going to the parts store, lumber yard, whatnot. For the front, just to get a whole new grille, headlight bezels, bumper, chrome bumper. I took this off about 3 months ago. Just trying to get started on things when I had the time to. The only dent in this entire truck is right there. I brushed up against another slow-moving car when I was 16, and I had the frame checked out a couple years ago, and it's straight as an arrow. These tires are brand new. They've been on the street for maybe like 5 minutes when I was pulling it from my mother's house to here. You look on the interior, door handles work great. Door latches, it's a little rusty. We'll replace those. The only, I guess, hang up would be these. My uncle-in-law told me these are fairly simple to fix. Again, I'm not looking for this to be a show truck by no means. I will be using this thing every day. The door panels, thankfully, no cracks, nothing. It's all secure. Just needs a fresh coat of factory colored paint. We love the vinyl floor mats. I wish that could be in every single vehicle I own, but they're easy to maintain, so easy. This steering wheel cover is special. This is the first one we put on. I know it sounds silly to think this is special, but this has survived the decades. I plan to keep it on there. Took me forever and a day to put that on. I'm pretty proud of it. It's a little over, close to 139,000 miles when we stopped driving it. The gauges work great, just needs a little polishing. Steering column, a little oxidized, that's the problem. factory radio in it still. Factory AC. It's got the old faithful CB. Either going to rework this or get a new one. Here's the engine bay. It's no rust up there. Needs a good polishing. Easy and cheap. The engine bay is not black. This is the way it came. Again, it just needs a good cleaning, good polishing the paint. It has the, I guess it's a smog filter, I guess. I think that thing can be thrown away and capped off. This thing runs good when it does run. I had the carburetor rebuilt. It's the factory carburetor. I had it rebuilt maybe last year. I just covered up to keep trash from getting in there. What I'd like to do, I had thought about rebuilding it just to start from scratch. I have a Holley Sniper EFI kit that I have bought for it because I want to be able just to run down the road, crank up easy in the wintertime, a good highway cruiser. Everything is here. I put a new booster on there myself. A new master cylinder put on. Just got to bleed them. I've got a new horn put in here. I've got several new parts. I just want to paint it Ford blue. The black. I have got some Ford Racing valve covers. Anxious to get on there. The air filter housing. I have that. Just gotta clean it up, paint it. I also put in a brand new fuel tank. Fuel has not yet made it inside. Frame's pretty good. It's got that regular typical surface rust on it, but I've got a can or so of POR. My plan was to just give it a good coating. I know I'm not going to be up underneath it all the time, or no one else is, but it's kind of like the best way of starting from scratch other than sandblasting it. It's got the original air shocks in it, original rear end. Pretty clean. Floor pans are perfect. Just a surface rust. So Garage Squad, I hope you take this into consideration. It would be such a huge blessing to our family for this to happen. It would breathe new memories into our life. It would bring back old memories to our family. Hope this video finds you guys well, and thank you very much.